Yes, you read the title correctly. In this video, I will exactly talk about how Naruto actually can help you make more money than any other business mastermind out there. Obviously, the title is a little bit clickbaity, but you will obviously understand what I mean. So, I'm currently in Sofia, Bulgaria, and I met one of the guys that wanted to join Helix, our own community of 70 plus, extremely successful 6 to 8 figure business owners. And he asked me openly, like, hey man, like, how big is the percentage of people who are actually making more money after joining the community? Because that's not the main thing that we are advertising. And I say it's 100%. He said, wow, 100%, like, how is that possible? And I told him it is very simple, it is very easy because when it comes to success and growing your company and making more money, there's many different variables. It's not just one. Like many people think, oh, I have a problem, I need business advice, someone helps me fix that business advice, and now I just make more money. Versus it's not like that. And when it comes to success and making more money, there's so many different factors that come into play. And what many people think is they get a coach, they join a mastermind or whatever, they work on tightening up this one screw, like just like the I lack the skills or the knowledge screw, and then they think this is going to change the whole business. Versus that's not the case. Like we had people join our community that make so much more money, like they doubled their businesses within a month, for example. Obviously, no income claims. That's not the rule. That's obviously the exception, but that is what can happen. And the reason for that is usually because there's multiple different screws that play together when it comes to growing your company and making more money. And what happens when you join a very good environment and a very good community of the right people, you can work on tightening up all of the right screws, which will then lead to exponential growth. What do I mean by these? There's multiple different ones, and on the first one I touched already, which is lack of knowledge and lack of understanding. What do you do when you have the lack of knowledge? You join a community of people who are ahead of you. They can give you one-to-one business advice. Okay, you have issues with your conversion rate, optimization, change this, and this, and now you will make more money. This is very simple. This is very easy. This is the first one. The second one, and I think they get increasingly more powerful, and I will just show you screenshots of what the people told us regarding that, is the second reason, the second screw that you can talk about here, and there's 4 or 5 in total, is the one when it comes to inspiration and understanding what is actually possible. I had Ilya here who joined us roughly a month ago, and a week or 10 days after being a part of our community, I asked him like, hey man, how's it going? He said, last month I made 13K, this month I made or last week I made 18K only because of the community. I was like, great, like who helped you get there? He said, no one, I didn't talk to anyone, but just looking at the wins where people share 30, 50, 100K, whatever, days, 500K months, it doesn't matter, just opened his eyes to what is possible. He's from a small town, or he's from the capital in North Macedonia, which is Skopje, and he knows no one who makes as much money as he makes, right? For us, he's a small fish in the pond, but for himself and his environment, he's a fucking top 1% earner in his country, right? And he thought he was kind of, obviously he knows of people who make that much money, but it was never as tangible and as achievable for him. And just having this switch of mindset and the switch of mentality to just seeing how normal it is for us guys in the community just changed something for him, which flipped the switch in his mind, which just made it easier to work on the right things to get to that next step. And sometimes all you need is really solve one mental barrier that you have in your mind in order to grow to that next level. That is the second one. The third one, and if not the most important one, is actually not being able to hide anymore. And this is pretty much, as I said, the most important one, because 95% of the time you don't have a business problem, you have a personal problem manifesting in your business. No matter how much money you make, no matter how much money I make, there's people who make 1K per month and 1 million per month who still run away from something, who are still afraid of something. And now what happens when you're alone on your journey? You can hide from these things because it's you versus you. But what if now you're suddenly surrounded by people who do actually care about you and who want to see you win? They will hold you the fuck accountable, right? So for example, I had a plan to attack the Balkan, the Serbian market for over a year and a half now, and I was always finding excuses why now is not the right time. And then on one of the calls 2 weeks ago, a friend asked me like, what's actually going on with that plan? Like, I've heard you talk about it like for a year now. And I said, yeah, I want to start it after the event in June. And then he said, bro, you're gay, just start now. And I said, wait, you cut me off, but I'm already in the process of hiring a person now, right? And I said that. And I could delay this process for like a month now, and obviously no one would know if it wasn't for the community. But he knows. And you can bet that on the next call, he will ask me, like, how is it going? Have you hired a creative director? Have you hired a new editor? Have you hired the people which will help you get there, right? So just like not being able to hide anymore and actually having that, that accountability, which is also like the fourth factor, is pretty much what will make it inevitable for you to make a lot more money once you surround yourself with the right people. So overall, what you're having is, number one, obviously you have a business issue, which is 5% of the time the case. And now you have someone who just comes in and just fixes your business issue, right? Then you just have a big inspirational issue. You need people around you that can inspire the shit out of you in order to make more money. And the next one is just the fact that you can't hide it anymore. Like, okay, you have to face your fears and fight against them openly. And then obviously you get the support from the boys then. And then the fourth one is just the accountability, which kind of like goes hand in hand with the third one. So what a traditional mastermind lacks is just usually like the camaraderie and the accountability and everything. Because if I pay you 10K or whatever, or you pay me 10K, I tell you what to do. There is no personal connection. It's just like a business transaction. You are not doing what you're doing. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I gave you all the tools. You're not doing what you're doing or what you have to do. I follow up with you once or twice or 3 times, and that's it. I follow on the next client that will then execute maybe faster than you do. But if you and I, we connect on a personal level and I actually start caring about you and I really want to see you win, I really want the best for you, obviously I'm going to fucking tell you that you're being a pussy if you're not acting on the things that you should be acting on, and overall that you just need to lock in even further. And that's just something that a traditional mastermind or some random ass networking clubs or business conferences do not give you, versus what I know for a fact our community does give you or does give to people. I don't know how it is for other guys, but what I want to achieve with these videos now is just like a challenge that I set for myself. I've set for multiple months as well now, hey man, I want to post again on YouTube. I just didn't do it because like there was no one to keep me in check. And then on our last call within the community, I said, hey man, like I want to post 2 YouTube videos per week again now, because I feel like the shit that I can share is very, very powerful and can help many people. And what happened now is that tomorrow is my next call and I need to upload my videos, right? So this is one of them. And I'm actually going to record another one very soon here as well. And just the conversation I had today was a very good example of how Naruto, and now we're kind of like closing the whole loop, and the power of friendship actually will make you more money, because the people that care about you will do all of these things for you. They will hold you accountable. They will help you when you need it. They will fucking be very harsh on you when you need it as well, because sometimes you need the tough love, sometimes you need the real love. And that's something that a traditional business mastermind can give you. And that's why I can guarantee like 100% of the members inside of our community make more money after joining, because now you don't just work on one screw anymore. You work on tightening all the screws that come together when it comes to making more money. And yeah, if you're interested in learning more about what we're exactly doing, there's probably a link somewhere here in the video, either to my Instagram where you can then check out the stuff, or maybe directly. And yeah, if you haven't done yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.